we have a long history of screening European movies, but as we have grown older, we also understood that Harare as the capital city is not the only interesting town in Zimbabwe. So we have progressed to host the film festival in 2 cities, which is Bulawayo and Harare. And besides showing or showcasing exciting European films, we also have different programs in order to tailor for aspiring filmmakers. There are training programs, there are master classes, but there's also a bioscope film competition. And we have curated programs like the Input Conference, where people can actually have discussion on film, on the film sector. So it's really becoming a festival with impact, because we have gone away from only screening European movies, but really having a platform where Europe meets Zimbabwe via Africa, so to speak. So it has been really a growth of the last 6 years.
Now, one thing I've noticed about the Eurofilm Festival is that it's not just facilitated in Zimbabwe, it happens in different parts of the continent, right? What do you think Africa stands to benefit by participating in the Eurofilm Festival, especially the creatives?
The biggest achievement and what we have, or what we feel is really one of the biggest pointers is definitely the local programs, because we have master classes and they're not necessarily facilitated by Europeans, they are also facilitated by people from the African continent. So it's not the classical format where we only bring in people from Europe, but it's really a meeting point where we also host people from Uganda and Kenya and across Africa. At the same time, our bioscope film competition has really attracted amazing films, and we can see the growth of the films which are entered into our competition. I think being awarded and being able to say I've been awarded during this festival has given filmmakers track record, and they can apply with their films to other festivals, and they can say we have already won an award. So we're encouraging through our platforms to interact with other festivals, but also meet other filmmakers and directors.
Europe and America is very hungry for African stories right now. Africa is really setting trends in music, fashion, and film. Unfortunately, for a country like Zimbabwe, the majority of the cases that we've seen on a global stage are either West African, or if we're looking at Southern Africa, the South African players in there. But how can a Zimbabwean practitioner cash in on this global hunger to tell African stories?
I mean, it's a really good question, and it's not an easy answer to it, because it needs, of course, a lot of networking, and it needs a lot of trying to get out of Zimbabwe in the virtual world. Of course, the internet is very powerful, but for example, if practitioners apply for the bioscope film competition, they actually present their films on Film Freeway, which is a website. And this website, most of the festivals worldwide, the application goes to Film Freeway. So if they once have met that criteria to hand in a film to us already, then with one mouse click, they can hand into any film festival in the world, because we have set the same standards as everywhere else. So once they are on that platform, it's very easy. That does not mean they can cash in, because obviously the first priority is to have really good quality. And that does not mean you have to have the most expensive cameras, but you have to have a good storyline. Content alone is not enough. It has to be also matching to a certain level of quality in order to be attractive for the rest of the world.
What about the practitioners that are looking to participate in future programs, and in the films or attend the seminars? How can they get that information?
So they have to follow our Instagram and Facebook site, because we announce all competitions, and any activity where anybody can apply, it will be all announced through our social handles. So it's very important that that people start following our social media in order to have that information.
All right. Well, Roberta, thank you so much once again for taking time out to be with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me. That's a real pleasure. Thank you.